Last time we left off, we were in Guanajuato, Mexico, one of the prettiest towns we've ever been to.
This is the biggest pastry I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, before I forget, if you're new around here, we're Chris and Sarah, and we're currently driving the Pan American Highway with our dog Kramer. And like we mentioned before, we're in Mexico now, heading south to Argentina. And we're saying the Pan American pretty loosely because you never know where we're going to end up. Today's a really short hour-and-a-half ride from Guanajuato, Mexico to San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. It's only 76 kilometers, and that's 49 miles to our Imperial System friends to the north. Okay, enough explaining, let's go.
Oh, it's on this road? Oh gosh, am I gonna fit that? Because these power lines are really low. I know. I'm gonna hit them here. I'm gonna hit those.
Straight on this.
Don't love that.
Oh,
we did it though. Thank you for getting out.
As you can see, the streets here in San Miguel de Allende are a little bit narrow. Part of what makes the city so famous today is its preservation of the colonial architecture and its historic charm, which does translate to very narrow streets and very narrow sidewalks. While they're beautiful to walk around and we absolutely love exploring the city, we don't recommend driving around it, especially in a truck this big. It was a little bit stressful. The whole city of San Miguel de Allende is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. For years, it's been culturally significant as a melting place of cultures. I mean, just look how beautiful it is. It's absolutely charming.
Left the city for a lost romance. Left the city with blood on my hands. Falling at the leaves from the sycamore. Running like a thief through an open door. The countryside looks pretty at night. I've been awake now for far too long. But I'm alive. I'm alive. But I'm alive. I'm alive.
After driving around the city, we were a little bit tense, and I think we need to go relax in some hot springs and melt away some of that tension.
One of the more famous things to do here is to go to this really nice hot spring.
It's called La Gruta. They have a few different ones in the area, but they're naturally heated mineral pools. And we're gonna go to La Gruta. I read online to get here first thing when it opened. So we're here at 7 a.m. My eyes are bloodshot this morning. I didn't sleep great, I guess. But there's no one else here, which is awesome. But now I just don't know why we woke up at 5:30 to get here. Splash Mountain where it just drops off.
I don't know that you can see where I'm at. That's the room behind me. You can see when you're in there, just not very well, but there's just not enough light that the camera can even take anything in. Well, this is really cool. I'm in the tunnel now. Apologies that the quality and the sound are not going to be great on this section of the video. Oh boy, it's the nature of filming in the water.
So we need to talk about what we just saw. Excuse the lens if it's blurry and foggy. It's very humid where we're about to go. So we were in this one pool, and then we saw this little opening, this little doorway, and so we started going down. It was a dark hall, and you could hear this like loud like waterfall sound, so I thought I was about to just fall overboard a little bit. I mean, like, I knew they weren't gonna let me do that. You walk down the hall, and then it comes into this round room, and it sort of feels like a steam room or a sauna, because it's really, really humid in there, and there's this waterfall coming out, like this spigot coming out of the side of the wall, and you can go and walk underneath it. But in the middle, there's just like one pool, and it's like a circular pool, so you can go in there and stand, and it's really dark and really humid, and it feels really good. And the noise is really nice. It's like that perfect white noise waterfall sound. So I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see on camera because it's very humid. The second we walked in there, our lenses just went, poof. That's the sound of the fog up. I didn't know what to expect. This is very pleasant. Still, there's one other person here. Just one.
By the way, it cost about 300 pesos to get in per person.
What, $15 or $16?
Yeah, it's like
Nice,
15
good.
bucks. This out here is really like moderate. It feels nice. It's very cool. I don't know if I'm gonna be here during the heat of the day around 3 p.m.
I was gonna say, that's reason enough to get here early.
Yeah, get here early. And we were told by a local that this is one of the quieter ones. Apparently there's a couple others in town, and mariachi bands will come out and boom boxes, boom boxes. It's like 1990.
How old are you?
Yeah. Apparently can get pretty loud and rambunctious. So we chose the quieter one. So we were here for about 45 minutes, and it was just us and one other guy. And around that 45-minute mark is when people started rolling through, and now it is getting busier and busier. And they're filling up a second pool for us. It's a really large hot spring.
They have like, they have a restaurant. They have little like concession stands throughout, so you can get drinks. You can get a massage on property. It's just really nice for lounging and relaxing. I wish we had brought our Kindles and we could have read here. It's very pleasant. Next time.
Next
no,
time.
you can't re-enter once you come in.
Yeah.
All right, tonight we're in San Miguel de Allende. And the most iconic place in this town is probably the cathedral. It's over the main square. It's beautiful. Night or day, absolutely gorgeous. We want to come out here at night, see it at sunset. It's all lit up. It's gorgeous. The bells should go off again in 6 minutes for the half hour. Absolutely beautiful. San Miguel is just an incredible, incredible city. Like, for years, people told us, go to that city. You have to go. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's worth the drive. Go. And I wasn't sure because I don't like when people hype a place too much, because I'm like, oh, is it really going to be that good when we get there? Is it going to be good? Because other places we haven't liked, like Tulum. We didn't really care for Tulum. But this is beautiful.
She was speaking to a noob. She's like, this is spicy. I'm like, duh. I'm like, pour it on there. So if you don't know, corn, mayonnaise, a little chili powder is very, very normal here.
But there's cheese too.
And there's cheese, yes, and there's cheese, and it's warm. It is such a good treat. So you can either do the corn on the cob, or you could do a corn and a cup, and the bells are ringing.
We knew we had to go here. When I saw it online, I said, we gotta go. Churros. We haven't had a churro since we've been back in Mexico. For 2 months almost, we've been back in Mexico, and we have not had a churro. But this place is known for churros and chocolate. That is the name of it, is Chocolates y Churros. So Chris went in and got us chocolate español, and it's hot chocolate, but it's not, he said it's not supposed to be as sweet of like a normal hot chocolate like you have, like the really sweet sipping stuff, but it comes with 3 churros. So you dip it in. Perk of Chris having the steadier hand filming is I always get to be the first one to try something. That's so good. I can't tell how sweet it is because, you know, the churros covered in sugar, so I feel like that's kind of making it taste really sweet. It's really creamy. It's milky. You can tell they use like a milk base in it. But it's not so sugary. It's not sweet, but it's not so sweet that you're gonna go into a sugar coma from just that. This will do it. Mix these two together, yes. We will sleep in a few minutes probably, but muy bien, muy rico.
Chocolates and Churros is right here, kind of in the heart of the city. They opened at 8 a.m. and there was already a line. So people were, yeah, people wanted to go inside and just like eat their food. Oh heck yeah, that's some really good hot chocolate.
Look how thick that stuff is.
Sarah's right. The overly sweet churro pairs perfect with the not as sweet chocolate. It's a good mix.
This is probably the best coffee we've had in a long time in Mexico. They know their coffee. They have it, you know, you can see it from different regions, different flavor notes, how it's best. It's been a while since we've had really, really good coffee. And they have lavender in it.
That's really good. This does not taste like coffee.
It doesn't?
It's very good. So you've got lemon, lavender. They've made it sort of like a tonic coffee cold brew. It's very good. It's a little sweet, but not overly sweet. Very refreshing on a hot day especially. I think you'll like that. I like this a lot.
Or a snowy mountain road to be in paradise. Don't need diamonds or gold, all the pictures we've been sold. Paradise. It's a simple state of mind. It's the people by your side, but only you can find paradise.
It is very hot here in San Miguel right now. I think it's 95 degrees right now. And we decided to go to a winery because Kramer's allowed to come. This is a dog-friendly winery. They have beautiful shaded trees. It came highly recommended by some locals that we met. And it sounded nice. And they were I think they're most famous for like a sparkling rosé or like a bubbly rosé. Sparkling or bubbly? A bubbly rosé. So we're gonna get that. And I think they have the lawn game that we're gonna play. It takes a reservation, so we booked it yesterday. Comes with a bottle of wine for 2 people, which is probably more than we need on a Friday afternoon, but we'll take the rest to go, I guess.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's almost 5 o'clock here.
Can't take a chance with these UV rays here. They are strong. So when we booked our time here, we didn't book the tour because honestly, like a tour sounded fun. I'm sure it was great, had great reviews, but we just kind of wanted to relax and hang out. And I saw online that they had this game, and it looks like bocce ball. I don't think they provided any instructions, so I'll probably see if I can like find instructions online, but I know it's a game. I think it's local to Mexico, and it has these little silver balls, and you throw it, and the idea is to get it as close to the other ball as possible, I think. They brought out our little spreads. They got it all ready once we got here. We checked in, and they said, one moment. They sat us down at the picnic table, and they came out and set it up for us. So they brought us out here. We are the only people out here. It is so peaceful. San Miguel's not that big of a city, but still, it's loud. There's buses. There's a lot of people. It's a lot happening. And you come out here 15 minutes away. It's so quiet. I can hear birds. Lovely. But our experience comes with a bottle of rosé, which some people don't like rosé. I do. It feels so summery to me. And since it's 95 degrees, a cool pink wine sounds very nice. Then they also gave us water and a few snacks. It's got popcorn. Is that tahini on it? I think it's tahini. Tastes so summery. That's really nice. I don't like overly sweet wines. I kind of like them a little drier. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology here. I am not a winey. I enjoy a glass of wine. That's very nice. I like rosé because it is not fruity. I guess it is kind of fruity. It's just almost more refreshing.
Okay, I want to throw these silver balls. We don't know the rules, but we're just going to chuck metal balls at each other.
Okay, so what's the goal now?
Goal is not to hit each other's feet. I win! We're uncultured swine. Go, Sarah.
Huh? Well, I need my target.
Look at Kramer, he's judging.
What gives, man? Who wins? We are getting ready to check out. This has been a wonderful stay. No, it was not sponsored. We used our points, travel points, to stay here, which was very well worth the point splurge, I think, because we have been hoarding all these points for years. And some of y'all, if you know me personally, know that this has become like this thing with me that I just hoard all these points. People always ask, why are you saving all those points? And it's because I knew that one day when we got on the road full time that I wanted to be able to splurge on fun experiences, or we wanted to splurge on fun experiences like this, and we could stretch it a little farther internationally. So we finally dipped into part of our Amex points. We have some Capital One points too, but this allowed us to stay here for free, and we still have tons of points left over, thankfully. But if you're not familiar with it, we're not credit card pushers by any means. The Amex card comes with a very high annual fee, but we more than make up for that fee every year by using the Delta lounges and getting our money's worth out of hotels like this. So we're to say goodbye. I have to admit, it's going to be very hard to go back to the truck without AC. We love our truck. And I think I'm ready to go back to our truck. I sleep best in my own little bed, but this was a nice little break. I feel clean, cleaner than I have for a very long time. The shower is wonderful. The pool is relaxing. I don't think he's going to be happy with us when we load him back up into a truck.
For behind the scenes and extra content, you can head on over to our Patreon community. Otherwise, be sure to follow on Instagram or like and subscribe here. It really helps creators like us.
Invited in.